Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, I'm going to be looking at the new 2025 Ram Rebel. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Karl Malone Dodge Ram here in Heber for giving me some time with this Rebel. I'll include a link to their website in the description down below. I'll also include a link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have the standard output Hurricane. It's a 3-liter twin-turbo inline-6 that goes through an 8-speed. Fuel economy is stated to be 17 around town and then 24 on the highway, with power outputs being 420 horsepower and then 469 pound-feet of torque. Before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now, starting with the hood, the Rebel gets the cool venting, so you can see that. It's not functional, but it looks nice. Same thing up top, you can see with the 1500 logo, and then more venting as well. And then we've got the new style of headlights. I think these are pretty sharp looking. And then you've got the Rebel's signature grille, kind of with like little mustache accent. And then we do have fog lights here at the bottom. You can see we've got recovery points, skid plate protection as well. So overall, it has that cool off-roader appearance. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275 by 70 by 18 in the front and over in the rear. So these are known as 33s. I like this wheel design. I think that's pretty cool looking. But yeah, these are great tires. Super aggressive tread. And then the Rebel does still have Bilstein shocks. Got these big chunky fender flares here. You can see the Ram logo there on the side. And this one actually has the trailer mirrors. So they do the extend out function and all of that. And here's kind of a look at the mirror itself. It's split there. And then you've got this big Rebel decal in the back. And we do have multi-link in the rear. Here's your full side view with the Rebel. You can see that front to rear stance is pretty dang level. And taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function. We've got the tailgate drop down, remote start, and we've got the Ram logo there on the back. And popping into the rear, you guys can see no protection for the factory, but it's always something you can add in after the fact pretty easily. Got these LED lights here in the bed. Nothing else really though. So when you're all done, you can just plop that up. And then look at the new taillight design here. And then you can see with the big old Ram logo and the Rebel badge down below. And then we do have the dual exhaust tips here. So putting it all together, let me guys think about the looks of the new Rebel, but I think it looks pretty sharp in person. Now taking a look at the door panel in the rear, it's actually not soft touch at the top, interestingly enough, but it is down below with like this trim here, and then where you actually rest your arm. And then this is cool with the trim that goes across. And you better like red, because it's all over. You can see on the seats too. It's even in like the mesh there and on the side as well. We also have the ice buckets underneath, and then you got the storage underneath too. And then the grab handle makes getting in a little bit easier, but I would say sidestep for a lot of people. Tons of legroom, storage pocket, got some cup holders here. You can see with the vents as well. And these seats are comfortable. I like them a lot. And then headroom back here, it's good. Now taking a look at the front door panel again, you got soft touch here at the top, and then you can see down below. And this is cool with that trim that goes across. Look at that. And then more of that stitching with the black and the red, or sorry, white and red. Apparently I'm colorblind today. Anyways, front two windows are automatic. You got your mirror adjustments, and then to adjust the convex mirror as well. We also have blind spot monitoring with these mirrors. Payload capacity on this truck is 1,515 pounds. I was not expecting that. That's pretty solid. And here's the seat. Got the Rebel logo. Adjustments on the side. And then got our pedal adjustment here. See with the parking brake, light controls there. And then the dash has more of that white and red stitching and soft touch. Goes all the way across. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see here perforated on either side, and I like this. That matches the exterior. That's pretty cool. But you got practical controls there for the center. We've got adaptive cruise control. You can see with the gear limiter, drive mode select as well, and then you've got your regular turn signal windshield wiper stock. Well, here is our gauge cluster. A little bit of glare there, but it's really cool with the gauge cluster how you can change the different bits of information that you see here in the center. I think that part's pretty fun. But if we go to the main page, you can do analog, and then you can also do digital. So yeah, super customizable because it is a digital gauge cluster. And then this is also where the drive modes will pop up. So TRX kind of started the drive mode fad here in the Rams, and now even the Rebel has the different drive modes. Just a standard backup camera in reverse, pretty good resolution, and trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel. And then, yeah, big infotainment system here, as you can see. So analog controls for the climate on either side, radio controls on top of that. Then you got a shortcut bar here at the bottom, quick response time with it. And you probably noticed heated seats, heated steering wheel, no cold seats with this or anything like that. Do have lane departure there at the top. It's still have a 12 volt there for charging. Look at that, nice trim. But anyways, at the bottom here, you can see the controls for stability control, parking sensors. And this one has the trailer steering. That is cool with that whole, you got push to center as well. You've got your trailer brake controls, got some USBs. Then we have our dial shifter for the 8-speed. Advanced 4-wheel drive system, 2-speed transfer case, so everything you need. Auto stop start, off-road cruise control with your rear locking differential. And this is cool, the Ram logo there. USB port, you can see with the measuring charts. And then this slides backwards and forwards, which is cool. And then we've got our wireless phone charging pad. Got a full power outlet there as well. And then the Rebel logo. That's nice. And then we do have a power sliding rear window in the rear. And that's all. So here's our window sticker for this 2025 Rebel, base MSRP 64. This has some options added to it, including like the level 1 equipment group, 33 gallon tank too. 69,665 is the total MSRP, so just under $70,000. Let's see how it drives. Well, let's talk about visibility before we set off. Show visibility of the hood, both mirrors, dual blind spotting throughout the rest of the rear. And let us set off in the new Rebel. So I'm testing out different types of videos. I'm going to be taking this truck over to Park City for a comparison against a Chevy. So I'm going to do like a driving video talking about what the Rebel is like over a longer commute, also fuel economy test, similar to what I did with that Ram Bighorn testing out the Hurricane. So I don't know, if you guys like those types of videos, the best way for you to let me know is to watch them and to share them so they get more a bigger viewership, because then that shows me that people care. If the video doesn't get a lot of viewership, it shows me that people don't really care about the topic. But anywho, in terms of how this drives right off the bat, seats are comfy. This is like not the same spec as what I had as a Rebel back in the day at 2019. Very similar spec to what I had. I had silver on the exterior, and then I had the panoramic sunroof. But I like this interior more than the leather Rebel interior. I'm not really too picky about having cooled seats, because once you get window tint on a vehicle, it stays, you know, with the AC, it stays cool enough that cooled seats aren't really necessary. And I will say, I think this is a very important review for me personally, because if I ever need a pickup truck in the future, which I don't think I will for quite some time, I don't know, this new Hurricane, I like it a lot. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe getting one of these new Hurricane Rams with like in the Rebel package. The RHO is cool. I see a lot of people say, get the RHO, but don't know if I'd want to spend that amount of money that it costs, even though it's just barely more than this. And also you lose a lot of capability when it comes to payload and towing. But also it depends on how much I need to tow and haul, right? So time will tell if that ever happens, but I definitely won't be a first year truck buyer. Man, that actually broke the tires loose a little bit. This is quick. Yeah, this new Hurricane powertrain is really strong. This is just the standard output. I'm so excited to test the high output in the near future. But yeah, what I can say is it's comfortable, it drives well, and you don't concede anything with the Rebel. you know, sometimes with off-road packages, it might drive a little bit different, this and that. The Rebel really doesn't drive different. And it looks a lot cooler. It's more capable off-road, right? Between the rear locking differential, the off-road cruise control. I mean, most of the Rams have 2-speed transport cases, but the rear locking differential, and then obviously the tires. These tires are great, and you can get a lot of mileage out of them. That's the thing that I really find appealing about these tires. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think about the new Rebel, and stay tuned for the longer, I guess we'll call it longer review on the Rebel, where I'll take this up to Park City, get fuel economy, test all of that. Man, that was horrible. You know what? We'll just go. There's no one else in the parking lot. Let's go with that. Let me know your thoughts.